Today we're going to get ready to prepare chicken for frying for tomorrow. I made some chicken broth this morning after I cut up a large chicken. So I went and made a stock, and I'm going to get the chicken that I cut up this morning prepared to fry tomorrow. So in preparation for that, I soak it and marinate in buttermilk. So let me show you how that's done. So here's the cut up chicken right here, and I'm going to put that in this bowl here, and I have a whole chicken, so it's quite a bit, and I thought I might be doing it today, but there was no time, so it's just as well that this soaks overnight in buttermilk. You can do it for a couple hours or overnight, and in this case it will definitely be overnight. So here's a nice buttermilk. It's a Bulgarian buttermilk, style buttermilk. So here it is. I'm going to pour that in this bowl. Just cover up all the chicken with buttermilk. And what I'll do is cover that up and let it set overnight, and tomorrow I'll show you how I fry that. Okay, today's a brand new day. The chicken has been marinating overnight. It's been over 24 hours, and I'm getting ready to dress up the chicken and fry it. What the buttermilk does is it marinates and it softens and tenderizes the chicken. It gives it a lot more flavor, and it's much more tenderized. So I'm going to show you now the process of making this fried chicken. Okay, here's our buttermilk chicken. I've started putting it in a pan, taking them out and putting them in a pan, and then we're going to individually shake it in a brown bag with our flour mixture, and I'll show you our flour mixture. So I use a brown paper bag, and I shake it the old-fashioned way. So here we're going to start with about 2 cups of flour, and I don't do exact measurements because it depends on how much chicken you're using, but I put probably 2 teaspoons of salt and mix it all up, and I add garlic powder, and I would say it's probably about a half a teaspoon, and I use paprika, and I would say it's probably about a half a teaspoon as well, maybe a teaspoon. And then I do about probably a half a teaspoon of ground pepper. And so all of this I mix together, and I kind of look at the color of it. I might want to add a little more of salt, or a little more paprika, and more garlic powder. Actually, you want to have this very flavored. You don't want it over salty or anything, but you want it really with a lot of flavor in it. So the next step is we're going to put some flour in a bag, a couple of big spoonfuls of flour, and then I do this individually, piece by piece, and I did cut the breasts in half because they're very big. And then what I'm going to do is shake it up. And then once we get so many pieces that we're going to cook, we'll put it in a frying pan in hot oil. Okay, once you have your pan heated up, you're going to pour some oil in. I'm using peanut oil. You can use whatever oil you're comfortable with, but I like to use peanut oil when I fry chicken. So you're going to cook this on a medium high. You don't want it high because it'll burn. You don't want it too low because it won't cook right. So you're going to add your pieces of chicken. I think I could probably fit comfortably 4 pieces in here. And you're going to fry each side about 7 to 8 minutes. So that's on about a medium high. And I'll see you in about 7 to 8 minutes when we get ready to turn the chicken over. Okay, the chicken has been cooking about 7 minutes, so I'm going to flip it over on the other side. And that's how you want it, golden brown. It may have to cook longer on the other side, but about 7 to 8 minutes on each side is about right. So it's looking pretty good so far. Another, say, 8 minutes. Okay, the chicken is golden brown and it is done. What you can do just to check is you could poke it, and if blood comes out, you know it's not done. But this is done, it's just perfect. So we're ready to remove it from the pan and put it on paper towels. Okay, I cut off a little piece of the breast. It's very crunchy and very crisp. Turned out perfect. You can see the crust on that. That's just how you want it. Not overcooked, but golden enough and crispy enough that it's just perfect. So I hope you'll enjoy this chicken recipe.